I also wanted to talk about something else, because my birthday is around the corner, and end of the year is approaching. Not that fast, but is still approaching. I intend to buy some models, and they will still be 1 in 350 as a scale, but I don't know what to buy, and I'm having some ideas and some alternatives. One alternative, the first one that crossed my mind, would be to buy these Hobby Boss French Navy pre-dreadnoughts from the same family, from the same class, Voltaire, Danton and Condorcet. They are pre-dreadnoughts, a bit like Tsesarevich, but even more exotic. I think you can see in this picture the funnels and the gun turret distribution and so on. Very interesting. Now the Voltaire and the Danton, I can find them on my favorite site for the models, but the Condorcet, I only found it on Amazon Canada. So maybe this would be the way to go. I don't know. One way anyway. Second idea would be to buy these also French light cruisers. You can see them in the picture. It was the they are in the same. They were in the same class. There were six ships in this class. 3 of them got sunk by the Allies, or self-destroyed by the French in 1940-1941, and 3 of them, they survived the war. They went with Charles de Gaulle, and they fought for the Allies. And Trumpeter has 2 of these models, the Marseillaise and Georges Legui. Very interesting cruisers, light cruisers, but heavily armored. Not heavily armored, heavily armed rather, so, sorry about that. They were around 7,500 tons displacements, and as a size they were very comparable to the York class British heavy cruiser. So these light cruisers, they were almost equal to the British heavy cruisers of a York class. Very interesting choice would be this one too. I would buy the 2 of them, Marseillaise and Georges Legui. And I have another idea. I've seen somewhere, I think on the same site, I've seen the York in 1 in 350. I only find yeah, it's I think there are 2 versions. One is Trumpeter HMS York heavy cruiser, and the other one is Verifier with a detail upset. Well, I tell you something, that detail upset, while it looks so good on the screen, is gonna create me a lot of headache. I'd rather go with the Trumpeter version of the cruiser, of the HMS York heavy cruiser, and I would buy perhaps two of them, one to be the York and the other one his sister, the Exeter, HMS Exeter. They both had sad fates. They got sunk by Italians and by Japanese in 1940-1941. But that too would be an interesting build. Yeah, I don't know what to do. I'll keep you posted about all this. Yes. Now step 18 starts with some pre-assemblies as per Trumpeter instructions, and these pre-assemblies are called K, M, and N, and I think the K is the key to all these. Now let's make an inventory of these boats. We have 6 small ones. I'm gonna call them simple rowboats. We have 2 larger ones, multiple seated rowboats. Then another 2 even larger. I have these launches. I don't know yet very much about them. And we have these motor launches for the captain or the admiral or whomever was there. These are really big. Now for the small ones, which are assembly K, we have to apply them, these decks on top, and on between the seats of these decks we'll have to apply this wooden decking, wooden planking that came with a wooden deck of the Tsesarevich. It says here Tsesarevich 1904. So this would be the very first step. But perhaps before that I should mask the boats and apply all around white or red or whatever color I might want to apply. Now it would be a good time on the upper part of the hull, on the outside. After that I should install the decking and the wood planking and whatnot. I don't want to manipulate the boats too much once I install the decking and the wood planking. I think it's the course of action for this next step. Step 18 is very long, and I'm only talking about the boats now, but we have other parts too in step 18. Well, first of all, call me lazy, but I've decided to mask and paint only 4 boats. The launches, the motor launches. The other ones will stay as they are now. No more supplementary painting on the outside. Of course we have to paint the inside. Second, after the moving, which was done earlier this summer, there are a couple of things that I've lost. Not many, very few of them. But one that I couldn't find this evening is the normal masking tape I'm using. So I had to change it and to use other type of masking tape. which is I'm pretty sure is gonna give me headaches. But here we are. I cannot find my masking tape. I can see it if I close my eyes, if you know what I mean, but I cannot find it with open eyes. Yeah, the irony of it. And this shows a certain degree of disorganization. They say if you want a thing not to be found, send a man to look for it. And this might be true, at least in my case. So I've masked these 4 boats. It took me the better part of about half an hour. So I didn't record anything about this. There is nothing to be seen. And sometimes I'm under the impression that your patience for watching these videos of mine is at least as high as my patience to do stuff, to make things, yeah, very interesting. So now these will be painted in white. The edges will be painted in white, and that's about it. Or maybe I will paint 2 of them in white, 2 of them in red. I don't know what I'm gonna do here. But at least I've started for this step 18, which is gonna be, again, very long. I'm gonna use the simple white XF2. Again, I don't know about the masking tape. I seem to remember I used it for the gunboat I've done before. And if I remember correctly, it gave me some headaches. But I have to adapt to the new situation. I cannot find my usual masking tape. Well, I guess we'll see the final result when the paint will dry. And please remember, this is only one very small step for the boats. We have other stuff to do for the boats. I'm gonna leave it like this for now. Nothing else to do. I'm gonna do the other 3 off camera. The episodes tend to become very long. I'm unmasking these boats, and once again I look at the screen and I see so many imperfections, and when I look with the naked eye, I see it being almost perfect. Well, as long as I have fun. They are quite okay, actually. I'm happy with the result. And I know in the given conditions I couldn't have done better with this difficult masking tape, but yeah, it's okay for my needs. For my needs for these boats, I'm quite okay. I'm quite happy. I will try to unmask another one, a long one, a motor launch. You cannot see it properly because the position is impossible, but it gives kinda this. I know it's not perfect again, but I'm okay with whatever the result is in these conditions. Let's do the other side too. This one is more rigid. Okay. Well, it's like this. From 1 meter or something, it won't make a difference, I promise you. As long as I have fun. I will do the other two off camera. This is the final result. Of course, normal people would have masked it with a proper masking tape, which I cannot find, as I explained, and they would have pressure painted all this with the airbrush, and the result, of course, might have been better, but well, it is what it is. I'm fine for these ones. Of course, the rest of them will stay unpainted. Now I have to worry about installing the decks, the planking, and painting the insides.